Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. And I have another episode in my ADHD series, and this is the top 10 things that you will need to do or you might want to do before choosing a planner to help you with your ADHD. Now, something that I have found is that it's really hard to choose a planner that is going to work for you. I have some tips about how to do that, and I will go through them one by one. So let's move this out of the way because there's quite a lot here, because I'm going to show you how it works. So firstly, you need to write down what you need the planner for. So I think a lot of people see things on Instagram or on YouTube or on TikTok and they think, God, I love that. That looks amazing. I want to do that. But really, planning is completely functional. Yes, you can journal and you can be creative and you can use the pages just to get your brain out. But if you really want to use the planner for helping with your ADHD, you need to identify what those are. So a perfect example is where I have written down what I want to achieve out of my planner. So this was for this year, and then I put down for next year what I wanted my 2024 planner requirements to be. So I really wanted an everyday family planner, and I used the weekly spread for that. I wanted to put my appointments in a monthly. I really like tracking my mood, and I think that's really important. I put daily, weekly, monthly. I hadn't decided where I wanted to put that. Health track and symptom track. Again, that was daily. I needed a business planner because I am working on my stationery shop. My weight, meal planning, gratitude, etc., etc. You can see. So I put down in a list exactly what I wanted my planner for. You might just want your planner for work or for tasks, and that is absolutely okay. But identify what you want your planner for first, so that you can then identify what you're going to get. So, number 2. Start small. So this is an A5 bulky planner, right? Before I had this, I had this. And this was a diary. I mean, it is a diary. It's a little A6, maybe even smaller than A6 diary for 2023. And I would use it to put things in and just my 10 achievable tasks. There you go. In fact, I'll tick those off soon. And I would put in all the things that I needed to put in that were important to me and just plop them in. That was all I did. I just put that in, and anything I needed to do, like I put fail. I didn't do the habit tracker. I didn't like the structure of this, but I did. This was just the first thing I ever bought was just a little cute diary. Let's put it in. Let's put all the things that we need to put in. I think it's really important that you start small. Don't try and overwhelm yourself with lots of planners or one planner that is too big. Starting small also could be, you know, for me, I obviously use the weeks planner. This is small, it's compact, it has everything you want. This is my ride or die planner. I honestly think this is the one that I would use till the end of time. And it works for me because I have made it work for me, and I've worked out what it is that I want for it to work for me. So start small, add in, like, the good thing about this is there's not too much to do, not too much to add in. And I would recommend that it just doesn't become overwhelming. Number 3, start functionally. like I said, you need to work out why you're using your planners. And I think that it's really important that you have a planner that works for you in a functional way, especially if you have ADHD and you need structure and you need to break tasks down like I do. So I have created a few spreads. So functionally could be writing your list of weekly things that you need to do, splitting them up into the dailies, and then putting your appointments in. That's it. You don't need anything else. You can use a notebook for that. It is functional because it gets you to brain dump everything out of your brain. And when you have ADHD like me, it can become very, very overwhelming in there. And you need to just get it on the page. Just put anything and everything down, even if it's menial. It could be anything. It could just be take my cups in from having a coffee on my desk. Anything you want to put it down and use it like this. Now, I obviously have a spare planner, so I could work out what I wanted to do with it in terms of the structure. But if you didn't, and you bought a new planner and you're thinking, how am I going to structure this? Do what I did. I photocopied my planner and I decided what I wanted to do on the days. And I worked out some things and I tried it out. You know, sometimes you buy a planner before the beginning of January, and so you've got time to sit and figure out what works for you. Use it for a week, use it for a day, see what works. And I genuinely think that if you're breaking things down into easy to use segments, then it will work for you. You might be somebody who needs to have a flow of text to get your brain to figure stuff out. You might need visuals. You might need a to-do list. Figure that out and work out what works well for you, because it's really hard to want to plan if you're not doing the thing that works, because you start to feel like you're failing, and you're not failing. It's your planner. You need to set aside time for you. Nobody else really needs to see it. It's for you only. So I'd recommend choosing, if you can, an undated planner, or if you don't want undated, no pressure planning, so mood planning as I call it. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is an undated Wonderland 222 planner, and what that means is that I can go in at any point and just add in the date that I want to plan, put it in. If I miss a week, then I miss a week. Okay, I missed a week. I don't have an empty page. I can just go back and use the planner wherever I want to. And as long as I put in the dates, then I know. I mean, look, you can see I've got empty pages everywhere. I can just do it wherever I want to. And I like that. I get to choose where it goes, and I can plan when I want to, when I feel like it, and not feel like I'm failing at anything. You know, there's enough things out there that give you that freedom to do what you need to do whenever you want to do it. If you're somebody who likes to work on a blank page so you don't see anything coming through, you can do that. These are also blank, so you can use them whenever you want. You don't have to use it in the month that you think you ought to use it. Your planner could be, you could have May over here, and you could have, you know, May over here. It doesn't matter. It's your planner. You get to do what you want. You may miss out months if you want to. And I feel like that's something that gets overlooked. This, again, has to work for you. If you do or don't mind, like me, where I've missed out some pages, I just go back and fill them with other things. I use it to plan a different way of working, because clearly the one that I was using didn't work for me. That's why I'm not doing it anymore. So try some out, have a go, even if it's just writing it out for now. And then you have that space to be free to do what you want to. Because the thing is, an ADHD brain, and my ADHD brain, I should say, it sort of, as soon as I'm told I need to do something that I don't like and don't enjoy, I won't do it, or I won't have the inclination or the motivation to do it. As soon as I'm enjoying something, you stop me. I can't stop doing it. So find something that definitely is more freeing. A notebook. I know that people use bulleted journals for more creative and more freedom. Do that if you need to. I personally like the structured ones because I can then write in the space and use it how I want. That's just the way that I work personally. Okay, break things down. This is number 5. Break it down into easy chunks. So we'll go back to the week's planner and we'll go back to the spreads that I was just showing. Oh, we've got a barking dog in the background. This is such a professional video. I broke down all the things that I need to do here, and I've put just a dot system. How easy is that you know you've got stuff to do, and really breaking it down. Like if you have a task that takes a long time, break it down even further and really try and identify the things that take longer. I struggle with losing time and I struggle with estimating time. So something that I think will take a couple of hours might take 4 hours. Something that I think would only take me half an hour, I might be working on it for 3 hours and think that I've only been working on it for half an hour. So break it down further. Break down things if you need to, you know, your home life, your work life, your content, if you're doing social media. Make it so that it's just easy for you to plot out so you're not being overwhelmed by just having to be creative. Don't get me wrong, being creative is something that I really enjoy, but sometimes I feel too pressured to be creative. And it's why I do something called commonplace planning, which means that I can use a space when I want it. I have a blank notebook, and when I'm ready to put something in, or something catches my eye, or something happens in my day, I put it in there rather than having daily pages, which is why I've moved into Wonderland 222, because the daily pages are not dated. So it is a note page. I can commonplace, which is you know, writing down the things when I want to, when they happen, and I don't have to feel pressured of putting it into that structure. Even though I like structure, it's weird. Other ways that you can do it is just breaking down what you need to in your spread, similar to this. This is the one that I'm doing at the moment to see how it works. So I've set this up for this week to see how it would work for me in terms of social media planning. And so far, I have to say that I may change a few things. I think I might change this to be a list. As much as I enjoyed this, I feel like that's putting a lot of pressure on me, and I think I'm going to change it. It works well for my self-care, but it doesn't work well when it comes to social media. I feel very stressed by this. Something I do like to do is keep track that I'm commenting on Insta or commenting on YouTube. So I might just put a small tracker in rather than have this really long one that is making me feel like I'm not going to do very well. And then we have the other ones that I have put together. So we have, for example, this one that I put together that was for work. So again, this one does, even though there's quite a lot in here, I actually don't feel overwhelmed by that one because it is stuff that I would do every day at work. So I don't know, maybe it's just because it's social media, it just feels too much. That again feels quite a lot. It's just too much, too overwhelming. My to-do list in there is really useful, and just having a notes part. I think that's quite a nice structure, but testing them is really important. Like, I can't, if you're not using it in your test, you're not going to use it in your planner. It just isn't going to work. If you have to just get a notebook and write a to-do list, then that's what you've got to do. That is how you'll use it. So we also have the test ones that I've put here, like I showed you there. And we also have where I have, there's a brain dump here, which is how to categorize things and project plan. Like, I honestly think that putting together these test ones has made me realise that I don't need to do as much as I think I thought I was doing. Typical, another dog. If it's not one, it's the other, isn't it? There we go again. And this leads me on to point 6. Don't compare yourself to others. And this isn't just an ADHD thing, I don't think. I don't know, because it's just my brain. If you're seeing things that you really love and enjoy and you think, oh, I want to try it. That's absolutely fine. But if it isn't working, don't think you've failed just because somebody else has done it and you haven't. I, started my planner life doing things like other people were. And honestly, it just wasn't working for me. I, was putting in dashboards and all kinds of things. I stopped doing it because I was just trying to copy what other people were doing. I found my own flow. I found my own structure, how I wanted to have things. But, I look at this and it's quite messy. And I look at others and they all look so neat and lovely. And I'm just like, do you know what? That's just me. I've just got to accept that I'm not somebody who is neat. I'm not somebody who has the best handwriting. I'm not somebody who can't crease the pages, who can stick stickers down straight. I cannot stick a sticker down straight. Never happens. If you've been part of my channel, you'll know that I have really shaky hands. I can't do it. So I need to not compare myself to the people that can. There are people on this lovely internet on YouTube and their planners are divine. I mean, I look at Bronte. I love Bronte's style. It's just not my style. I'm never going to be that girl. I look at Becky from Whoops, I Did It Again Co. And I think the way she does her memory planning, and I love the way that she uses her planners. And I get inspiration from it, but I certainly am just not the same. It's your planner. What you have to think about is, what are you doing this for? Now, I show you my planners, and that's absolutely fine that I show you my planners. And I do it for YouTube and for myself. But really, nobody's going to read these, right? Nobody cares. It's your planner. You do it for you. And I think that's what's really important. When you're choosing your planner, make sure you're choosing it for you and your needs. And like I said, right at number 1, make sure you know what your planners are for. Number 7, change the things that don't work. Oh my gosh, don't struggle. Don't stay on that struggle bus. I started with using the stickers in here. I started like this. Didn't work for me. I tried a different way. Didn't work for me. I then went on to this. It worked a little bit. I put in a mood tracker up here. It didn't work for me. I started putting it in here. That did work for me, but obviously didn't stop. Tried it this way. That didn't work for me. Don't be afraid to change it. Like immediately I regretted this spread. And as soon as I went into this spread, I loved it. Like I enjoyed the way that this was working. I still don't think this is what I want. So I have changed it again. And I think that is the point. Don't get into a rut trying to complete something that isn't working. Once it becomes not enjoyable, you are less likely to do it, especially if you have an ADHD brain. I just cannot get behind something that does not work. If it doesn't work, change it. And don't be afraid to change it. You don't need planner perfection, which is point number 8. Don't strive for perfection. Let it be messy. My pages are stuck together, for goodness sake, in a lot of cases. That is absolutely fine. There is no... If your planner is battered and bruised, it means you're using it. If it's perfect, what was the point? I'm not saying that some people don't have perfect planners, because they do. But just don't be afraid to be, messy. If you've messed up in terms of, anything like what you've written. Have I got anywhere that I've messed up? Trying to see. It is the sort of thing that I would do. Yeah, like if I've made any mistakes, I just keep them in there. It's all you can do is keep stuff in there. And I tried it a different way here. It didn't work for me because I didn't even use it. So don't strive for perfection because you're not going to get it. Just strive for function and that will help you. Number 9, put it somewhere you will use it. Oh, I can't tell you how important that is. If you have ADHD and you put it in a doom box, it's gone forever. If you don't know what a doom box is, look it up. I am terrible for it. My planners stay near my desk, all of them, apart from my work one when I go to the office. All of my other planners stay on my desk. I know where they are. I say on my desk, I've got like shelves next to my desk, but they are on show. They are ready for me to use. I can pick them up whenever I need them. I cannot have my planners in a bag, in a cupboard. If they go, they're gone forever. I will not use them. And I really struggle with that notion. By the way, you're noticing that I don't have covers on these. It's because I've actually put my covers on my new 2024 planners. But, I mean, it's not a problem, is it? But I keep them in the covers that will give, so I know which one I'm going to use. Because if I had all my planners out with just as they are, that would really bother me. My stickers and my planners are all in the same thing as well. So if I put stickers in a box, I'm not going to use them. I have to have all of my stickers in little things like this. And I find this so much easier to use than having stickers in a box ready to peel off. I have to peel them off and put them in, or I have them in a little folder because I can't, it would take too much time to peel them off, but I have a little folder that I can use. Most of mine are on reusable sticker books or they're in little slots in books. I cannot have them in boxes. I have so many in boxes, I don't use them. So it shows me that I can't do that. So putting things where you know they'll be and where you'll use them. And then finally, and this is the most important one, do what you enjoy and use the things that you love. So I love Tomoe River paper. There's no going back from it now. I will never change from 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I love it. I don't care that this one's cream. I have no objection to the colour of the pages. I love Tomoe River. I will never use a planner that isn't. End of. I love it. I want to use it. I love the feel of it. So therefore, I love it and I will use it. I love these Uniball 1 pens for this paper. I love them. I can't wait to use them. I love my fountain pens. I like the Uniball Jetstreams from Hobonichi. I love the Fudenosuke brush pens in hard. They are the pens I use. Oh, I love the Tombos. I love my mild liners. I have a lot of pens that I love. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't use them. And I think that's really important to make sure that you use the things you love. I love the Weeks planners so much, and I love the way that the Hobonichi is. I know that if the reason I chose the planners that I did choose was because I really loved the layout. If you buy something and you really don't enjoy it, you're not going to use it. If you don't enjoy doing the planning that you're doing, you're not going to do it. I did keep up for quite a while with the journaling here. You can see there's quite a lot of pages. I loved it. I had a really good time being creative. You know, I absolutely adored, and I would do again, painting in my Hobonichi and on that Tomoe River paper. I love it so much. I love stickers. I love doing the lettering. I love it all. And because of that, that's why I kept on doing it. And I love the functionality of my planners, and I love how I've split them out without using the tools that I love, using the paper I love, doing the things that I love. I wouldn't do it at all. So that is probably point number 10 and the most important. Make sure you're enjoying it, make sure you love it, and you will continue doing it. I hope this has been really helpful. If it hasn't, I'm so sorry. If you have anything that you want to add that you think is really useful if you're going to plan and you have ADHD like I do, then comment down below and let me know what I could have added to this list. The next video that comes out is how to plan to make sure that you're doing stuff that is like how it's going to help your ADHD. And that's a really difficult video to do, but I think it's really important because there's just no point if it doesn't work. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Subscribe if you haven't already, because that would really make my day. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.